Yeah, Monty McIntyre, and welcome to this episode of Masters in Trial. Today, I'm delighted to have as my guest Douglas DeGrave. He's a founding partner of Poliquin and DeGrave up in Orange County. Doug is a diplomat in the American Board of Trial Advocates, ABOTA, and currently serves on its national board of directors. He was the president of the ABOTA Foundation in 2021. In 2013, Doug served as the president of CalABOTA, where he led the effort to add a pledge of civility to the attorney's oath. Doug served as the president of the Orange County chapter of ABOTA in 2008. In 2016, Doug was named the Cal ABOTA Trial Lawyer of the Year, which is a terrific award. He was presented with the Cal ABOTA President's Award in 2014 for championing the cause of civility, and he received the Orange County chapter of the American Board of Trial Advocates Trial Lawyer of the Year awards. He's tried more than 100 cases to verdict or judgment, and he is frequently asked to substitute into tough cases at the last minute before trial. He specializes in the defense of personal and catastrophic injury cases, wrongful death, truck and bus accidents, insurance litigation, insurance bad faith claims, and construction cases. Or it could be, what's the best advice you would give to young trial lawyers now?
So when I was a young trial lawyer, I worked briefly for a lawyer who was teaching me to be a zealot, to be kind of a bully. And I one time went to a firm for a deposition. It wasn't a trial, and kind of acted that way. And this wise old partner, who at the time was younger than I am now, said, Doug, when the depo's over, stick around for a few minutes. I want to talk to you. And he sat me down and he gave me this advice. He goes, it takes 30 seconds to make a first impression and 30 years to undo the damage. He goes, you don't want to practice in the mode of your boss at that time. And he talked to me about ABOTA, and he talked to me about civility and professionalism and respect for not only the profession and the courts, but your clients and your adversaries. And I adopted that back in 1986 when he sat me down. And I have agreed with that ever since. And that is the same advice I pass on to our young lawyers. I tell them, look, plaintiff's attorney is not your enemy. I mean, you're both doing your jobs, and
Right.
You're both giving voice to your clients. And frankly, without plaintiff's attorney, you wouldn't have a job. And then it was a plaintiff's attorney at trial one time that said to the jury, do you expect Mr. DeGrave and I to be enemies? And one juror said, yes. If you saw Mr. DeGrave and I at lunch together, would you be upset? Yes. And this attorney said, Mr. DeGrave and I are adversaries, not enemies. And I've used that ever since. I say that to every jury because I think that's so important, not only for the young lawyers to understand, but for jurors and people outside the system to understand. We're adversaries.